And it also shows that he has something to say to us. And that is so awesome. He's showing that he's not just merely a burden on the backs of the beasts that carry the idols, wherever the people want him to be. Those people, if they wanted to pray to the idols, let's say they had relatives in the next town over, and they wanted to have some sort of religious ceremony, they'd have to bring them. Whereas we, if we want to get together and worship God and praise Him, He's with us. If we've accepted Christ into our hearts, He's with us all the time. And we don't have anything to carry. All we have to do is speak it. All we have to do is think it in our hearts, and He's there. Verse 4, even to your old age I am He, and even to gray hairs I will carry you. I have made, and I will bear. Even I will carry, and will deliver you. All those things right there that God promises. That He made us, that He'll bear us, that He'll carry us, that He will deliver us. Those are all things that the people who worshipped Bel and Nebo had to do for those idols. All of that they would have to do for those idols. The idols could do nothing for themselves. They could not deliver the burden, but have themselves gone into captivity. They're utterly helpless. And all the things that those people were doing for those idols are the things that God has said He will do for us. In verse 5 this one's really good. To whom will you liken me and make me equal and compare me that we should be alike? After introducing the helpless idols, then showing Himself as an active living God, God asked the people that are making Him, who the people are making Him equal to. And I think it's really interesting that God doesn't ask, who are you making equal to me? He doesn't say, what idols are you making like me? He's saying, who are you making me like? And I think there God is asking, who is it that we're putting in His place? For all the caring and nurturing and tending He has done for us in the past, is doing now, if we have Him in our hearts, and will do in the future, who do we exchange Him for? And I think it begs the question, why do you replace me for those false gods who can't even tend to themselves? Much less you and your needs. You when you're heavy laden. When you're weary from work, from life, from everything. And as a matter of fact, you have to take care of them. Where I, the true and living God, the true and living God who is speaking to you, who has carried you, done all these things for you, it is you that has to care for them and take care of them and get some feathers or cloth and whatever and dust them off and polish them up and make them look presentable for whatever worship you're going to render to them that they're not even going to be aware of. Verse 6. They lavish gold out of the bag and weigh silver on the scales. They hire a goldsmith, and he makes it a god. They prostrate themselves, yes, they worship. This verse really points to the foolishness of idolatry. These people have money. They worked for it, they fought for it, however they got it, they now have it. And what do? They take their gold and their silver to a goldsmith. The thing that was in their pocket that could have been money for food or a new house or a new cloak or tunic, whatever it may be, they're taking that to a goldsmith. He does his thing, and they have a god. And we all do that ourselves. Every one of us, whether it be paying for cable and watching the Cinemax films late at night, whether it be going to the bar and getting drunk, whether it be using your money to seduce another person, whether it be buying a new vehicle, buying a new video game system, buying a new anything that you're going to devote yourself to, that you're going to spend your time with, that your thoughts are going to be upon besides God. We all do that, figuratively, but these people did it literally. They took their gold and their silver and made it into God. And it says they prostrate themselves, yes, they worship. Prostrating yourself is basically laying flat on your face. If you were to think about any proposal, any wedding proposal you may have seen on TV or in real life or the movies, the man a lot of times will get down on his knee before the woman he loves to ask him to marry her. On his knee, he is humbling himself in doing that act. These people are laying themselves down before the God that they just paid a man to make for them, to worship. And we all do that.